Hey guys, it's Gun with Team Misplayed, and I'm going to be bringing you a deck profile. As you can see, you probably don't know what this deck is, or you do, if you've been paying attention to the meta. As you can see, I am playing... well, I'm going to just tell you what I'm playing, because it doesn't start out with what I'm playing. I'm playing Shaddolls. And this is the build I've been working on for a while. It's probably not the best build. I have a lot of tweaking to do. I've done so many builds of this deck. I've lost track, but this is the build I personally like the best. So, let me get into it. Play triple Thunder Dragon because he instantly thins your deck by 2. So he's really good, plus he automatically goes into the grave, so he's light fodder. Then I tech 1 Thunder King because this meta searches a lot, so Thunder King is really good right now. That's personally why I like him. It forces your opponent to play outs to him and not your other cards, so Thunder King is amazing right now. And then for 1 Light Sworn I play 1 Raiden, because he's a level 4 tuner and he's light, and he can instantly mill as soon as he's summoned, so you get technically 4 mills. So he's like a pseudo Curry Bandit and a tuner, which is why I like him. And then I play a small artifact engine and 2 Moral Tech and 1 Scythe. Now you might be wondering why I play 1 Scythe. It's because yeah, you want your opponent to exceed, but if you don't have the fusion to stop their exceed, it's just better to just stop the play altogether. So Scythe is a 22 beat stick, which they can't get over unless they exceed, but they can't exceed. So it stalls you a turn, plus it's a light target, so you can fuse with it. And then the Moral Techs are just for disruption purposes. And then for my last light target, I play BLS, because BLS is broken. And why wouldn't you play him in a deck full of lights and darks? And then I tech 1 Chaos Orcs. It's just because you need everything this meta triggers when going to the grave, so just having another way to banish a card is always good. And then I played double Curry Bandit because Curry Bandit's amazing, but he's a little too sacky, so I feel like he's good at 2. Just kind of like how I played Sylvans. He's a good card at 2. But you don't need him to win, but he just makes the deck better. Then I played double Beast because I play a lot of high levels and I would play more Beast, but I play so many high levels in this deck that I can't warrant playing the 3rd Beast. Triple MST in the form of Dragon, because Dragon is the back row popper whenever he's sent to the grave by card effect, so he's really good. Then I play the Shaddoll Fusion Searcher, or the one that lets you search any Shaddoll to your hand if he's sent to the grave by card effect. So he's really good. There's a little thing you can do with Falcon, which is kind of cheeky. If your opponent doesn't destroy this and you have Sinister Shadows face down, you can end phase, flip this guy, send this guy to the grave, trigger his effect, set this guy. On your turn, flip this, get a fusion, sink these 2 into Armades, and then you have a fusion plus Armades. So that's a decent play that you can make with them. Just all together, you need a way to get to your fusion as fast as possible. So, oh, and then the 2 Falcon I play. Sorry. 2 Falcon. 2 Falco. Falcon Punch! And then I play 2 Squamata. Everyone doesn't like Squamata, but I almost feel like he could be bumped up to 3. In the sense that he is any Shaddoll on your deck. This card is any Shaddoll on your deck, because whenever he's sent to the graveyard, he can send another Shaddoll. So if he became, he's probably one of the best to see in your hand if you have fusion and you can't fuse from your deck, because he becomes any one in your deck. So that's why I almost feel like he's one of the better ones, and he's underrated. And then I have some proxies in here, but you don't know what they are. Triple Shaddoll Fusion. My Shaddoll Fusion hasn't come in yet, but I wanted to do this deck profile for you guys, so I'm using Base Stadium Ultra Athletes Stadium as my 3rd fusion right now. And then, so yeah, Triple Fusion, probably one of the best probably the best card in the deck, especially if your opponent has something on the field. And then for my 2 sack cards, 2 Soul Charge, because Soul Charge is broken. Basically, get everything back from your graveyard, like a window, and then get a bunch of just wall up. Then your opponent's so out of luck, and then you play the 1 Foolish because Foolish is amazing, and I play the 1 MSD because Stellar Knights are a thing and back row's a thing, and they main Vanities, so having an out to Vanities is always good. And then for my trap lineup, I play 1 Shaddoll core because there's a loop with the fusion that you can do with Shaddoll core, plus it's just anything you need. 2 Artifact Sanctum because I like playing 2 Artifact Sanctum to 3 because then you're less likely. Most people play 3 to 3. 3 Artifacts, 3 Sanctum. I can't do that. I see my artifacts way too much and this becomes dead, so I'd rather play 2 of this than 3 of the fusion. And then here's my last proxy. I have a proxy to Batterguard Hireling, but it's a Sinister Shadow. I only play 2 because it's good, but only if you open it. So I can't see playing 3 of it. So then for my 1 ofs, 1 Solemn Warning, 1 Compulse, and 1 Bottomless. And then for my last 3 traps, because Quick Negation is key, plus back row is key. And this is a back row format, so anything that you can put in your back row is amazing. This stops almost everything. And it's also good in the mirror because window. So you can go off under window. So that's my deck, guys. I think it's 41 cards. And then here's my extra. 1 101, 1 Castell, and 1 Armides. Because you play a lot of level 5s. I'm missing a Volcasaurus is one of the things I'm missing. But I didn't want to proxy the extra deck. This card is just, you Soul Charge, get this guy. He's undestructible, so your opponent can't really do anything unless they go 101 or Castell it. So it's good in that aspect. And if it survives and you can attack, it's also just an easy out to Shadow Imprisoning. Because if you can attack, you can pop it. So that's for my Exceeds right there. For my Synchros, I play quite a few. 1 Armides, 1 Star Eater, you make that from Falcon plus Shaddoll Core. 1 Arcanite Magician, 1 Spark Dragon, because I play the 1 Raiden, so I can make level 8s. 1 Black Rose, and 1 Goyo. There is also supposed to be a Leo in there, but for some reason my Leo's gone missing. And then for my fusions, you play 2 Winda and 2 Construct. For my sideboard, which is definitely not complete, but it's a 15 card, so 2 Vanity's Fiend, because Vanity's Fiend is amazing right now, because everything activates. So you can have this plus Winda, and it's almost like a soft lock. They can only special once, they can't activate anything. And since Winda doesn't activate, she's continuous, she gets past him. The 1 Maxi, the 1 Super Poly, and the 1 Light Imprisoning. And then I play triple Royal, because Royal is amazing. There's a lot of back row heavy decks, but it's not. So you could easily just side out all your back row in this deck. And it's just too good. And then I play 1 Book, 2 Veiler, 2 Trag, Grand Mole, and this Time Space Hole, because it's pretty good. So that was my deck, guys. Oops. Ugh. Everyone look at it, how I messed up on my shuffles. But that's my deck, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm probably going to do some tweaking, probably going to update the deck eventually. But for now, this is my build. Hope you guys enjoyed. It's been Tim Misplayed, signing out.